Peter felt her staring at him from across the kitchen. He faced the chip fryer, ignoring them, praying that she wouldn't ask him. The heat wafting up for the oil was easily matched by the intensity of her glare. He'd heard her whispering about asking him all night, and he reckoned that she was probably just waiting on him offering. But this was Peter's first Saturday night off in months, and there was no way he was giving it up, so fucking Shelley could go out on a night out with her fucking stupid pals. No chance. He was having Saturday off and he was going to enjoy it. He had a crack game of football manager on the go, and he loved and he loved nothing better than sitting in himself and commentating on the games. Peter, Shelley asked, sidling up next to him. Oh fuck, here we go, thought Peter. Would you be able to do me a big favour? Peter screwed up his face. Depends what it is. Well, it's just, I was wanting to go out tomorrow night, but I'm supposed to be working, and you're off, so would you do my shift for me? Peter had been dreading this question. He was too busy worrying about being pressured into saying aye. He'd forgotten to think up an excuse he could use when he said no. Fuck. Say something, man, say it. I would do your shift, but I've got a party in the morning. I've got a party, aye. Oh, it's cleared off the line by Peter. Incredible save by the big man. He won't be working tomorrow night, that's for sure. Shelley looked devastated. She was so sure he would do her shift. Peter never went out or went to parties or even seemed to have any pals at all. Aye, I've got a party, aye. It's going to be a mad one, so it is. Right, Peter, that's plenty. You've made the save, don't fuck it up now. Aye, my pals are mental. Peter couldn't stop talking. He was sweating now. He willed himself just to shut the fuck up. The ice cream machine started beating along with the chip fryer, only adding to his stress. He hit the buttons to silence them. Shelley looked gutted. Oh, no bother, Peter. That's not what you ought to be going out though. She knows you're kidding on, she fucking knows. Well, have a good night anyway, Peter. I'll see you on Sunday morning then, you can tell me about this party and your mental pals. Shelley traipsed away gutted. Fuck, Peter hadn't thought this far ahead. He didn't realise he was going to have to talk about the party now. He was going to have to invent some pals as well. The night shift staff came filing at the staff room, tying their aprons and adjusting their caps. It was time for Peter to head up the road. Saturday night came, and Peter arrived back home for the shops with his carry out. 2 bottles of Orange Mad Dog 2020. To convince people that he really was at a party, he was going to have to be convincingly hungover and work the next morning. In his room, Peter unscrewed the lid off the first bottle. He lifted it to his nose and recoiled at the smell. The only alcohol he'd ever had before was a sneaky swig of his dad's tenants when he was 15. The taste of that flat, lukewarm lager had been enough to put him off drinking until now, 4 years later, when it had become a necessity. Peter shut his eyes and downed half the bottle in 3 long, slow gulps. The liquid burned at his throat as it tried to climb back out his body, but he managed to keep it down. He could feel it hitting him already, he was a bit fucked. He finished the first bottle and fell back onto his bed. Peter opened the Facebook app on his phone. It was time for the second part of his plan. It wasn't enough just to be hungover. Emily could have just had a few drinks in the house herself. He needed proof, concrete proof that he was at a party. So he created 2 Facebook accounts. One for a guy named Jamie Woods and another guy named David Henderson. He opened up Google and looked for display pictures he could use for his new virtual pals. But none of them looked convincing or cool enough. So in his drunken state he thought, I'll just use the 2 profile pictures of 2 kind of random guys that pop up in the people you may know section. A genius idea, he thought. Peter logged in as Jamie Woods and tagged himself and David at a party at David's house. Right, he thought, I'm a Steeman. Aye. Have I been tagged at a party on Facebook? Aye. Right, what else can I do to make this more believable? Ah, fuck. I told Shelley my pals were mental, she's got to be expecting some mad stories. So Peter googled, what happens at crazy parties? As he'd never actually been to a party before, crazy or otherwise. The first link suggested that partygoers shouldn't fall asleep as fellow revellers may shave off one or both of their eyebrows. He shuddered. He was glad that David and Jamie weren't the real. They looked like the kind of guys that would enjoy taking a razor to their pal's face. They looked like a pair of bricks. Peter finished the second bottle of Mad Dog, and it went down a lot easier than the first. He sat on the edge of his bed and waited for the room to stop spinning. He decided to write down some notes for stories that he could tell in work. He pulled out a notepad out the drawer of his bedside cabinet. He looked for a pen, but all he could find was a thick, black, Sharpie permanent marker. He tried to think of some ideas, but his mind was as blank as the page in front of him. He looked at his inebriated self in the mirror across the room and tapped himself on the chin with a pen. Then he felt something wet. Oh, for fuck's sake. He looked at his chin in the mirror. Big dirty black mark. Then he had an idea. Ah, quality. They definitely believe I was at a party if they seen pictures of me on Facebook with a pen all over my face. As if my pals had ruined me, aye. Could say that I fell asleep and he'd ruined me, aye. Genius, man. I'm no shaving off an eyebrow, no. I'm not that stupid. Peter walked over to the mirror, grinning inanely, and he lifted the pen to his face. My pals are mental. He laughed. He turned to the side and started drawing a big, bulbous, hairy scrotum on his neck. And he connected the testicles to a veiny, triumphant shaft that ran right up his right cheek. The penis curved round to the centre of his forehead, and then Peter dragged the marker back down his cheek and connected it to the balls of his masterpiece. Then he added a wee fly of pubes and stood back to admire his work in the mirror. It was a fucking belter. He began laughing at himself and fell back onto the bed. He picked up his phone and opened the camera, rolled onto his left side and closed his eyes as if he was sleeping, and taking a few pictures of himself. He sat up and looked at the photos he'd taken. Peter was astounded at how well this plan was turning out. A real party probably wouldn't even be as much fun as this, he thought. Peter uploaded the pictures to Facebook as David Henderson and tagged himself in. This daft cunt fell asleep, so we drew a big dick on him. He wrote as the caption. 2 bottles of Mad Dog later though, and Peter was bursting for a piss. So he went down into the toilet. He laughed at himself as he caught sight of himself in the mirror. Some party, eh, lads? As he washed his hands, he clocked his mum's razor sitting on the window ledge. He picked up the razor and he held it to his left eyebrow. He didn't want to shave it off. He had no reason to. He just couldn't help himself. My pals are mental. Then his smile vanished. He dragged the razor through his eyebrow. It hurt Peter as it tugged at and ripped out the wiry hairs. He winced in agony. Spots of blood dropped down into the sink. He rinsed the hairs out of the blade and washed the blood away. Then he continued until no trace of the eyebrow remained. Then he went back to his bedroom and passed out. The next morning, Peter woke up with a banging hangover and a sore head. Fucking hell, man, what happened last night? He could remember drinking a lot of Mad Dog, but that was about it. He checked his phone. Fuck, he started work half an hour ago. And he had 10 Facebook notifications as well. This was unusual for Peter. He clicked on Facebook, but his phone died. He'd forgot to put it on charge. He jumped out of bed, pulled on his uniform, and headed straight to work without even brushing his teeth. As he walked through the front doors of his work into the brightly lit seating area, the lights made his head pound even more. A few customers staggered at him as he walked past. Shelley stood behind the counter, pouring change into a guy's hand and missing, and the coins clattered off the laptop. She couldn't take her eyes off Peter. He walked through the kitchen and wondered what the fuck everybody was staring at. Peter put his head in, walked through it, right into the staff room. Then he hung up his jacket, and then he caught sight of himself in the mirror on the back of the door. Oh fuck. The dick was still well and truly there in Peter's face. But the same could not be said for his left eyebrow. Shelley pushed open the door for the other side, almost hitting Peter in the process. Peter, what the fuck? Peter laughed and pointed to the penis on his face. Oh, I told you, my pals are mental. Peter, everybody knows you did that to yourself. It's all over Facebook. No, it was my pals, David and what was that other cunt's name? Shirley raised a hand to stop him. She pulled out her phone and shoved it in his face. Look, she said, there in the mirror. When Peter had uploaded the picture of himself pretending to be asleep, his own reflection was visible in the mirror behind him, arm raised, taking a photo of himself. And these pals of yours, I take it you've made them up as well. They don't even have any friends on Facebook apart from you. And this Jamie guy is actually a guy from my college course, Kenny. Shelley shook her head. If you didn't want to do my shift, all you had to say was no. You didn't have to kid on you were at some party. And what the fuck happened to your eyebrow? Peter looked down at his feet and he rubbed the space on his forehead, once occupied by his eyebrow. All I could mumble was, my pals are mental. Cheers!